Was good, team? Let's let it fill up. Let's let it fill up. Just doing a quick midday live. Mans, Mans heard that ding. Was good. Was good, fam. Had to do a quick midday live, Just letting the room build real quick. Was good, baby girl. Shout out to baby girl. Shout out to Brooklyn King. Was good. Man, just had to see what was good out there real quick, you know. You know what I'm saying? Lava was on fire to go live today, so I was like, "Yo, we can go live, man. We can go live. You know, we can do that." I am happy. I am happy. I'm just cooling out. How to go live for the team. I don't do this for me. I do this for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I do this for y'all, especially if you was having a tough day, yo. Now I hope you smiling. That's just the one thing I hope. So shout out to y'all. It's a Friday though, it's a Friday. At the end of this day, everybody should be chilling. But you know what? Even right now, while you ain't chilling, I'll just slide in and, add a little chill to your life. Pause. But what's going on? What's going on? Man, wanted to go live real quick, see how everybody was feeling, you know, see how everything is working. You know what? I ain't even got to say too much right now. I'm actually just making sure it all is looking real nice, running out real smooth. So you could just have me in the background, man. You go and you can get to work. But yeah, man, stay in the comments, man. I'm here. I'm in here. Let me know if you heard about anything crazy in the news. Peace, peace, man, peace. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah. Just doing a quick, midday live. Drop a like, drop a comment. We live right now. We in the chat right now. You got something to say? Go on and drop it in the chat. It was good. It was good, team. What's going on, y'all? It's the midday live, y'all. Just the midday live. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What's going on with y'all out there? I ain't talking about much. Not this second. What's going on with y'all out there? Hmm. What's good, man? Make sure you leave a thumbs up. What y'all got going on your day today? Briggs, what's good, man? Big Briggs, Colorado Briggs, what's good, my man? Just doing a quick midday live, you know. What's good with you? Shout out to Colorado Briggs, man. Y'all gotta check out his page. Anybody who shout out me, y'all gotta really check out their page. What's good, Colorado Briggs? I'm just sitting here doing a little live, you know, a little live action. What's good with you, man? You out on a boat somewhere? You know what I'm saying? You sleeping under a boat somewhere? Man, the good life. The good life, boy. Y'all want to see about it? Y'all visit Colorado Briggs page. Excuse me. Oh, thanks. Man, what is going on with y'all today, man? What's good? Hmm. Just let the room fill up. Just let it fill up. Mm. What up, boy? Will's World was good. Was good, Will's World. Shout out to you. Shout out to Will's World Media. Thanks. Thanks, Famo. How you doing today, man? How you doing? You done shot any video today? You shot any video today? You know, I got it all dialed in now. You know what I'm saying? As far as the backgrounds and all of that. Switched up my audio a little bit too. How I sound? I sound alright? It sound alright? Oh, word? Mmm. Cool. Cool. You say we shot yesterday. You was Comac and Wills. We in store for season 2 soon. We in store for season 2 coming up. Uh, just had to play with the settings a little bit. A little bit of setting play. I had to show you. Sure, man. It's a nice day out, man. Hey, I really have a good idea for a shot. If you're interested, but it's going. I gotta say, it's gonna have to be soon. Oh, this right here. This is the newer. Yeah, that's hold up. Yeah, the NW 700. Yep, the NW 700. No, this is not an advertisement. This is not an advertisement. Fugazi, like Patrick Swayze. The high grade. I got the high grade, low noise joint. Is there a lot of noise coming up out of here? Fam said until he switched cables. Oh, on the MacBook Pro? Is that on the MacBook Pro? Or is that on the Windows? No, I smell you. I smell you. Or was that on both? Mmm. Oh, word? Oh, word? You're going to have to teach your baby brother. You know what I mean? That's what's up. You know, I want to learn. You know, I'm into learning. I'm just sitting here doing a midday live, you know what I'm saying? Was you getting off some nice beats? What you was oh oh, so once you get the focus right in with it, it's like it's nice like that. You know me, I was trying to get to them crazy 808s in the Logic. That's where I was getting discouraged in that Logic. I was not able to find the 808s I was looking for. But yeah, man, you know I'm interested. What's up? It's Memorial Day weekend. Is it Memorial Day weekend or is it Labor Day weekend? It's one of them weekends. Um, a big hurricane in Florida. Really? I'm gonna have to look that up. The that hurricane they say is touching down in Florida and it's big. I heard there was something coming over there. I didn't know it was a big hurricane. Um, oh, are they? Okay. Okay. Can you see the information under my live? Does it say midday live? I wonder if my live says midday live on it. And shout out to everybody going through that hurricanes, man. Get through it, man. You know what I'm saying? Get through it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be careful out here, man. I know it's crazy out there when them hurricanes hit Florida, you know. Generally, any other time, it's a good time in Florida. You know what I'm saying? It's like the hurricane season is the only time when it's not good to be in those type of areas. You know what I'm saying? And depending on the severity of the storm, sometimes those storms are surreal, and you know sometimes people are like actually enjoy being in some of those storms. But for the most part, you know, them storms are horrific, and nobody wants to be in them. And so I hope everybody stays safe in the hurricanes. I hope everybody, you know, makes it out alive. Natural disasters are. That's what she said. Why? Why? I wonder what. I wonder why she said that. And was she in Jamaica? And are you sure she was a Jamaican? She said that natural disasters are a good thing. Are they? Some say everything is a good thing for somebody. You know what I mean? Some would say everything is a good. Everything could potentially be a good thing for something or somebody. Okay, so here's a real one. Mm, this is the non-hurricane stream. I really don't. You know, I remember a couple hurricanes in my day, but for the most part, uh, I ain't never been in one. I just kind of, you know, been on the outside looking in. I remember Katrina, and I remember another one that actually got pretty bad in Florida one time. It was on the news. Um, you know, it was a lot of rain and winds blowing, but you know, it crazy hailstorms. Without a doubt, we also get crazy snowstorms. Um, Crazy hailstorms and crazy snowstorms sometimes. Um, for us, the most of the snowstorms are not crazy, but the majority of the snowstorms that we do get would be crazy to people who are not from this area. So, you know, it's kind of relative. But the hailstorms, without a doubt, would be crazy for anyone, anywhere. Um, I've seen with my own eyes and held with my own hand a baseball-sized hail before. Those were the kind that busted the skylight and caused extensive hail damage to the roof, to which we had to repair. So you are absolutely right about that, Roosevelt Media. In this sector of the country, we do encounter crazy hailstorms. You know what we are going to do? We're going to actually check in. What I want to see is if there's some. Oh, you like this one? Yeah, I'm about to spark the press back up, team. Team, good news. With this holiday cometh, I'm about to spark the press back up. You know what I'm saying? So we should be seeing some good namlen merch soon. This is part of the Excellence series. I know y'all seen a few of my Excellence shirts. This is part of the Excellence line. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And this is, I know y'all seen a few of these. The Excellence line is actually in right now. So let me know if that's what you feeling like. And you know, I'm always wearing my own merch a lot of the time. So if you go back to my previous shows, you might actually catch me in some of my other merch. But yeah, the press is going up this week. All right. So yeah. Shout out to you, Oswald. I ain't know you peeped that. Yeah. This is one of them originals. This is one of them one of one-skis. Let's see. Oh snap! Hurricane Doreen. Let me see. Category 3 is expected to get stronger. Okay. So they talk about Hurricane Doreen. Here, I'm gonna let y'all look. Look. Right now, Hurricane Doreen, they say it's Hurricane Doreen strengthens to Category 3. It's expected to get stronger before hitting Florida. So they So that's right where it's at right now. I'm guessing that's right where it's at right there. And it's expected to get worse. Shout out to CNN for this right here. Okay. Yeah, switch to my other mic. Let me get you right. Appreciate that, Well. Let me get y'all back here. Yeah. I just went back. I'm good now. Let me just put it back real quick. I just switch my audios a little bit right there. Flip this. You know how to flick the switch. Whew. You see, dang, it's gonna come in. It looks like it's finna slide in. You see that? Looks like that thing finna slide in. We're gonna have to be prepared, Dorian. So it's already a Category 3 and it's building up over the ocean right now, huh? I hope you ain't at Turks and Caicos, man. If you at Turks and Caicos, man, living your life, man, you're going to have to go into the suites without the balconies, you know what I mean? Because it looked like it ain't going to necessarily get to Turks, but there is some strong winds blowing over there near Turks and Caicos. So You know, if you are out there near Turks and Caicos, man, make sure you easy. Make sure you get in. It's gonna be one of them, which is actually, you know what I'm saying, depending on what type of vacation that is, you know what I'm saying. World Media knows what I'm talking about right now. But depending on what kind of vacation that is, if you actually in Turks and Caicos right now, and it's not the hurricane is not necessarily going to hit there, but it is really rainy, and you actually got to stay indoors for the whole vacation type of thing. But you got some good company. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Now just listen to what I'm saying though. But you got some good company though. All I'm saying is the board games could be really fun. That's all I'm saying. Let me see. Y'all ain't even hearing me. What I'm saying is, if you at the vacation, see, sometimes you might get to the vacation spot. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might get to the vacation spot, and unfortunately, there's something going on. You know what I'm saying? They doing some remodeling, right? They doing something at the villa where you gotta, like, you know what I'm saying, you gotta kind of duck in. You can't really be all out because of what's going on. Like, you might have gone there before, and last time you went, everything was, you know what I'm saying, love. Everything was loving the carriage. You know what I'm saying? Go together like the horse and the marriage. You know what I'm saying? Y'all feel me? But sometimes you get to the vacation spot and it's like, oh man, look, they got you. And first of all, you already thinking like you finna have the best time. So you get to the vacation spot and then you find out that now they painting or they remodeling. It ain't even like they still got them bungalow hideaways that you used to. They still got the bungalows. Okay. Already. But like to, man, you interrupted me what I was saying though. But anyway, they still got them bungalow hideaways that you used to when you last time you was there. But this time it's like you can't really be all out with your you know what I'm saying, with your company, with your guests that you may not have brought or met, you know. So what happens is now you end up having to stay in, but depending on that company, depending on that guest, you know what I'm saying? Depending on that guest, you know what I'm saying? Then you end up staying in, you know what I'm saying? You still end up possibly getting to know each other a little better, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to, you know, so I'm just saying, like, if you ever get to a place like that where you, like, maybe at Turks and Caicos and you think you finna just be all out in the beach, all chilling out, you know what I'm saying, catching a tan, watching different things, rubbernecking, you know what I'm saying, certain things like that, and then you figure out that, oh man, Doreen is coming, and you gotta lock it up, you know what I'm saying, you gotta actually, you ain't finna just go home. They like, yo, we gotta go home? They're like, nah, Doreen ain't expected to actually get close to here, but it's gonna be heavy rains. So I'm gonna let you know you could stay, but you're gonna probably wanna be in your bungalow. So, you know what I'm saying? You in the bungalow, but you got good company. So it's all about the company that you keep. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the company that you keep, especially on vacation. Just remember you heard that from the Nelman first. It's all about the company you keep. You know what I'm saying? On vacation. So shout out to y'all, man. But yeah, you know, and most people go to on vacation with their family anyway. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the family vacations. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes there is those times where you could get away without the family. You know what I'm saying? And like for instance, Will's World Media just said, I need a vacation, and I need a vacation. So let's just say, for instance, you take a vacation without the family, but you might go on a vacation with me. Like, we might both get away somewhere, just, you know what I'm saying, to have some fun. You know what I'm saying? So then what happens if, you know, we go to Turks and Caicos and then it's rainy days? You know what I'm saying? Well, we might be in the bungalows. You know what I'm saying? But because of the fact that you good company, it wouldn't be necessarily a lost mission. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the company you keep. But Will's World, you hit it right on the head, my friend. I need a vacation too. You remember that movie How High? When the guy from Hits had the gold grill and it said I need money. Well, my grill would go all the way to the back because it'll say I need a vacation, and then like the end would like end all the way in the back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, me too, man. Man, penny flight media. Listen, you ain't saying nothing but a penny flight to the Nelman. You know what I'm saying? I deals in penny flights. As a matter of fact, I might have to go to the airport and just see. The airport, the local airport is not very far from, you know what I'm saying, this area. So it lends itself to get to uh, a proper vacation without a whole lot of hassle, you know? Shout out to the team, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to this team in the building right now. We just talking about hurricanes, and you know the frustration behind it, but we also talking about vacations because just because there is a hurricane in the south, and oh man, my heart goes out to the people in Florida because I seen how that thing is building, and that could build up to be something crucial. So my heart goes out to them. But if you was in Turks and Caicos, you might not necessarily get hit with the eye of the storm, but you might get hit with heavy rains and storms. So just lends us into vacations, you know. And so with me being in this particular area, I don't mind taking vacations to areas that are inland, you know, which for some reason I find myself in Vegas a lot more than any other place, which for the most part is definitely landlocked, and where I'm from is landlocked. So the one thing we don't have to worry about in Vegas, just like in Colorado, are hurricanes. But there are other things that you got to worry about. You know, let's let's be clear. There are other things you got to worry about. But yeah, man, quick cheap highs. Those are my favorite. You know what I'm saying? A quick cheap high, something that I can get high on, that doesn't cost a lot of money, that doesn't last for too long, so I could get back to work and function like a normal adult. You know what I mean? Definitely. Yeah, exactly. A good one. A good one. One of those things I could just get a quick little pick me up and I'm back at it. And I'm back at it. It is, it's a good one. Absolutely is. But yeah, you know, um, true, true, absolutely. And I believe that, you know, the natives own a lot of the casinos. And I know there was a lot of Native Americans out here. So I figure like we definitely should have more reservations and more casinos out here. And that'd be awesome. Man, would it like we do have Cripple Creek and we also have the other one. What's that other casino out there past Denver? Black Hawk. We do have Black Hawk, but um, I think it's not as popular with the people, you know, as Vegas, and it's not as big, obviously. Um, but for gamblers, definitely, you know, those are the place to be: Black Hawk and Vegas in Colorado, without a doubt. Yeah, man. The gold rush state at one point. Yo, that's crazy to even think about. So it was the gold rush state at one point, right? So you think that you think there might be gold like still around? Like you think if you like in a foothill somewhere that's been untouched, do you think there's parts of Colorado that the miners did not find gold in, but there's still like gold vines and or veins in the soil, and it's just like gold still in there? You think there's still big clumps of gold hidden in Colorado? Do you think there's like large veins of gold still around where, like, if you wanted to, because I know they be having those shows where people are still got the little pans in the rivers and they still panning for gold. But does that mean that somewhere that is trickling down from a big vein of a big gold ore vein? You know what I mean? And if so, do would you like to go on a gold rush trip? Like I guarantee, I guessing that if you find gold, then you could be rich, right? Like in the hills. Like, yo, man, it's mine, man. You just cut off a little bit for the owner. If there's an owner of the land, then take the rest of that, and you good, right? I don't know, but shout out to y'all though, man. Shout out to everybody out there. I'm checking this out right now. Make sure you leave a thumb up. Make sure you tell a friend. But yeah, Vegas is one of the funnest places to get to just for a getaway. Even if you don't gamble, even if you don't gamble, you know. But Vegas would be kind of scary if there was a natural disaster in Vegas, right? If there was, I guess, a hurricane, you know, or a tornado, a huge tornado just came ripping through the Vegas Strip, that could get crazy, man. That could get crazy. If there was a big earthquake that just rumbled and the buildings got to shaking, man, that could get a little crazy, a little scary to say the least. Um, so you know I don't know if I would want to be out in Vegas during those times, like something like that. But also, sometimes it's just a big windstorm. Sometimes it's a big windstorm or a big rainstorm out there, right? It is the desert. So sometimes it's just a heavy rain or just a big windstorm might come over. I don't know if you guys heard about man, it seemed like it was a. Oh, okay. Well, shout out to you as well. I didn't even know you went away. Appreciate you coming back. Um, it was like a lot of crickets, right? A lot of crickets. What about all those crickets in Las Vegas, though? What about that, though? Did you hear about all them crickets in Las Vegas? Did you hear about the crickets in Vegas? Made people not even want to come outside. It was like something out of the Bible. Google it. Let me see. Let me see if I could. It was like a locust invasion. I ain't even kidding. It was like the invasion of the locusts. Uh, I'm calling them grasshoppers. Oh, grasshoppers or crickets. But I might not even be doing it justice. So I'm going. Hold on. I might not even be doing it justice by calling it locusts or crickets. Um, Uh, there it is. I typed in grasshoppers, and the first thing that Revelations. Brooklyn King know what I'm talking about. Something out of one of them testaments. Yo, giant swarms of grasshoppers take over Las Vegas. I'm looking at it right now. This was in July. Hold on, let's see. I'm gonna show y'all. Yo, what's good with y'all, man? Appreciate y'all mingling, man. Mingle with the team. Yo, y'all teammates. Everybody in here team. Ain't no team. So, yo, this is Vegas. Let's see if they zoom in on it. Yo, it was, look at that. Look at it. This was like crazy. And this is right on the strip. Yo, it was, look at that. And that thing go all the way to space, my dude. My dude. That thing go all the way to space. Look at that. And you just seeing how many is in the light. Look, they was all over, my dude. When I say all over this, and this just happened. Yeah. Super ill. It was like at the I seen some at the like at the Walmart. It wasn't even on the strip. I'm just talking about at the Walmart in Vegas. Like they were taking over. It was oh, hold on, you about to see. Man, hold on, USA Today, man. Come on, y'all. What y'all doing? Try and get past that. Alright, these dudes is tripping. Alright. Let me see. Let me see what YouTube got on it. You know YouTube gonna have something on it. But yeah, man, the grasshoppers were crazy. Let's see this one. Oh, it looks like this might be that same one. Let's watch it again. Ugh. My goodness. Check this one out. Y'all check this one out. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. You see this? But that's what I'm saying, Will. See, but you led me into my point, though. You led me into my point in Brooklyn King. That's just my point, though. You see? Let me. See that you led me right into my next point, though. But Brooklyn King, Will's World Media. You see, but when you got you know what I'm saying, a good partner, especially when you got a great significant other, you know what I'm saying? When you got a significant other, let's just say the kids, You know what I'm saying? The kids is away. The kids is staying with somebody. You know what I'm saying? You got the chance to get away to Vegas, right? You got them tickets. You got the chance to get away. You ain't even have to pay for it. You got that chance to get away. You got to get away. And then you get to Vegas and you like, dang, that looks, you flying in. You know when you flying in, man. And every time you fly into Vegas, you already looking at that view when you flying in. You might got that window seat and you get the view that flies into Vegas, man. It's awesome, especially at night. But you flying in, right? And you seeing some stuff. You're like, why? It's look cloudy. Like, man, I didn't even know Vegas had smog like this, man. Right? So with you with your significant other, you with your spouse, and then you get in, they like, yo, we hate to be the bearers of bad news, but it looks like we got grasshoppers. And you like, what does that even mean? You looking, grasshoppers is flicking the plane and crickets and going crazy all up on the plane. It's looking, sounding like rain on the plane in Spain. Falls mostly down the drain. But this is what I'm saying though. But you got your wife with you, so now you get there, you like, as soon as you step out, you chew on a grasshopper. You got to pick it. You know what I'm saying? But you got that good room. You got that good room. You got that good spouse. You get in there, you know what I'm saying? You turn it in and see that pretty much just like a natural disaster. That's pretty much like hard rains nonstop. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be in the room whole time. In the room whole time. You know what I'm saying? And because you got a great spouse, now you get to take advantage of that great friendship. You understand? That great relationship. Now you get to stay in the room. And you know what I'm saying? Maybe rekindle some things. If the fire's already burning, maybe throw some big logs on that thing. You know what I'm saying? Make it burn even stronger. You see what I'm saying? Because now you got to stay in the room whole time. You ain't finna waste that trip. I'm too hungry to throw this stuff away. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Tupac, man. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of times it's a blessing in disguise. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You might have to stay in the room. You might have to stay in the room, stay in the bungalow suite. You understand what I'm saying? And then you do that, boom, you come home, man. Best vacation you ever had with your your wife or your husband. You know what I'm saying? Or whomever. But I'm just saying, sometimes these particular natural disasters, sometimes these particular situations, they cause you to have to stay in. You understand what I'm saying? And when you get to stay in, it's still an awesome vacation, maybe even better than the vacation that you expected to have to begin with, depending on the company. That's where I'm getting, is dependent on the company. You see? And Beams know how to have a good time. Shout out to Beams, a.k.a. baby girl. You know what I'm saying? She know how to have a good time. I know she done been on a vacation. See, Beams is the queen of vacations. I know she done been on a vacation, where she thought it was going to be, we finna be out all day. We finna be out. But then only to find out that, nah, you ain't finna be out like the last time you was here. Or like, you know what I'm saying, what you thought you was finna be like. So then you end up having to stay in more than you thought you was going to be out. I guarantee she done been on a trip like that. So depending on the company, you understand? Depending on the company with the quotation fingers, you're right about that, Willsworld, and we could touch on that here in just a second. But right, depending on the company you keep while you on that vacation, though, you could actually just stay in. It'll be a Netflix and chill. It'll be a rent a flick, but you on vacation. And sometimes you still got a good view that you could look out the window to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times if you at a place where it's a real bad rainstorm, it's still a surreal view. I'm sure those grasshoppers all over the place where it was a surreal view, you know what I'm saying, next to the background of Vegas. You know what I'm saying? If you had a view of the strip and all the grasshoppers, that would probably have been a surreal view. You know what I'm saying? It was some good company. You know what I'm saying? You might be able to enjoy those things better. Now I done Vegas a couple times solo by myself. You understand? And that not being able to get out, I probably would have been pretty frustrated on that one had I been by myself. So that's why I could tell you it's more about the company that you got with you. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to something like that. Now, it's in a whole reverse if you could actually get out the house or get out the bungalow, get out the room itself. You know, you might be able to pull up solo. But that's up for a whole nother conversation. We're talking about with the perfect company right now. So shout out to y'all for tuning in, though, because y'all know what I'm talking about. And you know what I'm saying? Thumb up if you haven't already. You know what I'm saying? Say what's up in the chat if you haven't already, if you're just tuning in. You know what I'm saying? And leave a proper comment in the, you know what I'm saying, if you're watching the playback on this. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching the playback. You know, sometimes it's good to stay in. Remember that. Remember that you heard that from the Nelman first. So getting to what Will's World is talking about right now. Will's World is talking about, I wonder why they ganged up like that. So for the most part, I got to say that the crickets, anytime there's something like that, see, it's more about mating than anything when it comes to that. It's more about mating and eating. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the animals or insects or, you know, different things like that, it's more about those two things than mostly anything. It's more about those two attractions. It's more about the eating. Something might have, you know, that there might have been something in Vegas that they was attracted to as far as they finna come up and eat out, which is hard to believe because it's a desert. But there could have been something, there could have been some rainstorms, some storms out there that caused something to be produced in that desert that caused a large amount of locusts, large amount of grasshoppers and crickets, right? But for the most part, I believe it's definitely some type of mating thing. You know, they just got shifted. That you know, with that many grasshopper. Now, also you got to keep in mind that there are certain insects that are basically in their cocoons and actually come alive and are in their cocoons for like maybe 5, 6, 7 years. They come out only for a little bit, mate, and then die. So it could have just been a cycle that, you know, maybe is a 10-year cycle, maybe a 20-year cycle, you know, maybe even a 30-year cycle that particular grasshopper or insect only does every so often. But I got to tell you, it probably had more to do with just a mating cycle and where all of those grasshoppers were meeting up to mate. Or, you know, there could have been something biological. You know how the government get, man. You know how we get. You know how humans get. Somebody could have pushed a button or made something or developed something that made that call, you know, that made that whistle, that cricket whistle. And somebody made a cricket whistle and that thing spanned from miles away and it called all the crickets to that particular area. You know, you gotta watch out for that man-made stuff, man. We get crazy with that type of stuff. So, you know, that could have also happened. But we live right now, y'all. We are live right now. Shout out to everybody tuning in right now. And peace to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Gotta check out that new nelmannamlen. This is part of the excellence lineup. The merch. We're gonna get down. We're gonna get the press back up here very shortly this week. We got the press coming again. We're gonna get back to work on the Namlen merch. We're going to get that going. What made you ask me that? I just so happened to be drinking some coffee earlier today. I wouldn't say in the afternoon. It was earlier. It was earlier. Had my fill. How about you? You just down a cup or? Oh no, I'm just sipping on some juice. I was just sipping on some actual juice. Um, and I was a juice cup. All right, I appreciate that. I'm gonna need you to co-host that. I'm gonna need you to co-host that. And we're gonna talk about vacations. We're gonna talk about shit. Let Beams know we're gonna talk about a lot of things on the Nelman show, the Nelmannamlen show. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what life is pertaining to. So we're gonna set that up for a later date. Set that up. Brooklyn King, I was just letting them know. Merch coming soon. We are setting up the press this week, so that we can get back to that. Get some more exclusive merch out to the family, to the whole team. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get some of that merch. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get that real soon. Yeah, just let me see here. So when we get that merch going, you can always hit the Cash App. Let me know if you need something. You know what I'm saying? However we're going to play it. Oh, man, I got you, man. I no question. We're going to have some merch on deck soon. Merch on deck soon. Appreciate everybody tuning in today. You know what I'm saying? Just doing a quick live, man. Doing a midday live. Shout out to the whole team. Y'all the reason I do this. BDU. Y'all already know how I do. Y'all already know how the Nelman does it. You see the lava lamp? He on fire up in here. Yo, appreciate you stopping in, Brooklyn 718 King. Appreciate you being inspired. We're going to get you right too. Whatever it is, it's possible. It's doable. Have a great day, fam. Get with me. Get with me a little later. Get with me a little later, famo. Love. But yeah, Will's World, I think that mainly had to do with some type of mating ritual, mating procedures at in Vegas. You know, it's funny you say that they do a lot of random ish. So look at all. What if all of those crickets was like had a soul of some type of human that was just trying to get to Vegas, and all of them descended on Vegas. Like hey, we going where? Are we going to Vegas? Let's go. They all actually flew to Vegas. That's what humans do. Oh, you want to get away from mating? Let's go to Vegas. You see what I'm saying? You know, there are a lot of mating rituals performed in Vegas. True or not? True or false? There are a lot of mating rituals performed in Vegas. Tethered. You know what I'm saying? What if you was tethered to a cricket? Or you were tethered to a grasshopper and your tethered grasshopper got free? It was in the air. Luckily, the tethered cricket died, not the human. But whose consciousness is left? Whose consciousness is left? The tethered cricket. Tethered cricket consciousness. But yes, a lot of mating rituals, if you will. If you'll have that notion, a lot of mating rituals happen in Vegas, if you will. Right? Like, am I onto something? Like, a lot of people, there's like this saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And for most of us who are not in the mob or the mafia, I hope that's not a trigger word, but for most of us who are not into that type of organized crime, generally when you hear what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, you're thinking about something of a sexual nature, if you see where I'm going. So, again, if you're not involved in organized crime, I don't actually know any other things that you could mean by what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, outside of getting into some organized crime, or getting into something of a sexual nature. Right? You say was. Does the mafia no longer exist? Is that what you're saying? Because you said they was all through Vegas. Are they no longer? Are they dead in Vegas now? Have they killed out the mafia in Vegas? Is the true question. The true question is, just more invisible. Are you saying that they're still running things for the most part, or is it the Native Americans who own their own casinos? Is Vegas a Indian reservation? Is Las Vegas Indian Native American territory? Is that a Native American reservation, Las Vegas? Okay. Hmm. Okay, so with all the locusts there, what if all of the crickets and grasshoppers were there tethered to a spirit that had once gotten to um, that Las Vegas area, that particular desert, that particular area? Do you think a lot of souls shed their avatars in that area? Do you think a lot of spirits shed their avatar bodies in that area? Are there certain areas? Are there certain areas than others where you would prefer to shed your avatar from your spirit than others? Would you prefer to die in one area as opposed to another? Would you prefer to die in your home as opposed to outside, walking down the street? Would you prefer to be on vacation and die in the ocean, or at the house just twiddling thumbs? You know what I mean? Not by the ocean. So, you would not want to be in the middle of the ocean on a football field sized yacht that you owned, having the best time of your life, um, with a huge bed, and you happen to fall asleep and shed your humanly avatar in the bed on a huge yacht in the middle of the ocean. You wouldn't want to live in that reality. On your 97th birthday, on your 97th, with a full head of hair, in excellent health. Oh, you said not by the ocean, though. I'm just checking. No, hey, listen, I'm just checking. I didn't say drown. I did not say drown in the ocean. All right. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? In that mud. Exactly. You see? You see? Exactly. You know? Then would you be okay? You understand? You know? Can't forget about that full head. We all got to go sometime. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know when you're going to go. So it's like, what do you want to be doing? Where do you want to be when you shed this avatar? What do you want to be doing? And don't you think you probably should be getting to it? Don't you think you probably should be getting to that thing that you want to be doing when you shed your avatar? Because you can shed it at any time. Just merely pointing out the facts. You know? And that lends us all into a completely new conversation. It's about being happy and doing what you want to do, which is, the premise to most of my live streams and actually recorded conversations as well. Doing what you want to do that makes you happy in the now, Because I'm starting to realize that a lot of smart people say the now is the only thing that will ever and has ever existed. That's the now. If you ain't living in the now, if you live in the past, or you trying to live too far in the future, then you missing out on this particular universe. You're missing out on this particular reality because you're living in another one. You're not living in the now. So, you got to start being happy right now. It's like if you're going to live in the future, you still got to say, what do I need to do right now so that I could be living happier in the future? You see what I'm saying? You can't live in that past area. You got to be living in the now, right now, And that's going to be the key to your happiness. And it's going to be the key to keeping that full head of hair. You got to live in the now. If you're wearing hats right now, if you're wearing do-rags and you're wearing all kind of crazy stuff right around your hairline right now, in the future, you probably not going to have a full head of hair. If you're stressing out and wondering why your hair is receding right now, then you probably ain't going to, have that full head of hair when the time comes that you're thinking about as far as the future. You understand? So you really got to live in the now when it comes to everything. You got to prepare for the future, right? But you got to live in the now, and that will keep you happy. Living in the past and living too far in the future, it keeps a lot of people frustrated. It keeps you frustrated, you know? But I'll tell you that is one of the reasons why a lot of people might turn to drugs, things of that nature, because if they're going to live in the now, it's going to be a sedated now. It's going to be a sedated reality, which your reality is already sedated. Like, if you really knew what this reality looked like for real without your ego blocking a lot of the things that are going on in this in your particular reality, because there's so many realities that are being projected right now. But if you knew all of the things that your ego was blocking you from, and you actually seen the real reality, you are not living in a real reality right now. I'm just going to be very clear about that. The reality that you think you see right now is not the real reality by any means. I have to explain this to different people that on a deeper level, the reality that you see right now is actually just based on how your senses, which are, you only got 5 of them, you know what I'm saying, that they tell you about, which that means that you know about, because you only know about what they tell you if you don't study molecular biology and these sort of things. So really you get all of your information from what somebody else tells you, because you really have not learned anything from like source, right? Except for the things that you particularly think about. And even those ideas a lot of times aren't your own for the most part. See, I lost my train. That's okay, it'll come back to me. But in order to be happy, you got to live in that now. So, yeah. What I was saying was, appreciate you for listening. What I was saying was, your 5 senses, the ones that they tell you that you have, you know what I'm saying, is how you're perceiving this particular reality. Is how you're perceiving this. It's not necessarily how I'm perceiving it, and the way that your senses are perceiving it may not be the real way that any of this is actually going on, because a lot of it is based on prior experiences that your senses have already taken in. So now you already got predetermined thoughts about how you've taken different things in through your senses, right? So your eyes, you're able to see things through your eyes, but your eyes aren't what make the decision. Your eyes take that information to another area that makes the decision. Your eyes are just a sense that sees it, but it doesn't interpret anything. It takes it to another area to get interpreted. Your sense of feeling things, your sense of smell, all of those things, for the most part, all the part, aren't doing the thing themselves. They take in the information, and in your brain, it calculates it all. Like, oh, that's what that is. Okay, that's what that smell is. That's what that feels like. It may not feel like that. That's just like what you interpret it to feel like. That's what you interpret it to smell like. It may not necessarily smell like that to everyone. Everyone smells things different. What cinnamon rolls smell like, what cinnamon in itself smells like to me, may not smell like that to you. It may not taste like that to you. So you always got to remember that what you're taking in with your 5 senses is altered based on your perception of that thing. Right? I may never had too much cinnamon in my life. I may never have done this cinnamon challenge. I may have only had cinnamon on French toast. Negative. That's not the case, my friend. You say farts smell bad to all, but some people fart and they say, I love my fart smell. I've heard that before in my life. I've heard that before in my life. You may have heard it before as well. Or maybe not, and that's why you said that. But I've heard that some people enjoy the way some of their farts smell. Or they enjoy the way that some other people's farts smell. And you might even catch people sniffing underwear. I think that's the reason, right? Isn't that the reason why people sniff underwear? Because they like the way farts smell? Because I know people sniff underwear. You can't not tell me that you've never seen somebody sniff underwear. True or false? People sniff underwear. Is it to smell the way that a fart smells? They must like it. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong on that? So, again, different things smell different to different people. All right? Well, I've seen it. I've heard it and I've seen it. And not just in my own eye experience. I've heard it and I've seen it on television in those sort of areas. But this world is full of different people. They say there's no such thing as an ordinary person. That's what some say. There's no such thing as an ordinary person. They say that you cannot find an ordinary person. Everybody is different. Everyone is different. So, with that being said, I can't say that the ordinary person may not like to smell farts. There's just some people. Some people don't like to smell farts, but there are some people who do smell farts and find it enjoyable. But yeah. So that's why you got to take care of your senses. You got to take care of your senses so that you can attempt to interpret everything that you experience in this reality on the best level. You got to take care of your senses so that when they are heightened, you can receive the data, you can receive the information from your senses the best way. You see, your body, and you're really just a computer at its core. Your body is just this whole avatar is really just a biological computer. And when everything in your computer is firing the best, then you can get the best output. When everything is firing the best, that's when you're going to get the best output. If all of your senses are firing the best, that's going to give you the best chance to get the best output out of your senses, right? For this reality, whatever that may be. So you got to keep that in mind. Even if you're not interested in taking care of yourself. Even if you're not interested in taking care of yourself, at least take care of the senses that take in the information that you get from this reality. That's just true. Yeah. So it all comes back to personal health and self-happiness, right? Because once again, nobody can make you as happy as you can make yourself. I always go back to that. Nobody can. Nobody can make you as happy. Nobody. Keith Sweat said, who's going to love you like him? And you said nobody. But the truth is, who is going to love you like you? Nobody. You understand what I'm saying there? Nobody's going to love you like you. And in order for you to love you like you, nobody's going to be able to take care of your five senses the way you're going to be able to take care of them. And once you take care of your five senses and you take care of yourself that way, you're going to be in the happiest state. Right? It's going to involve you being in the best state that you can be in, to prepare yourself to be in the presence of others, so that the way that others make you feel is probably the way that you make others feel, right? And if you don't want to be around people, they probably don't want to be around you either, for the most part. It's a good chance of that. It's a good chance, even though you might say it and they may not, or vice versa. They might say it and you may not. The truth is, they may not. If you feel them like, listen, hey, on the low, I really don't like being around this person. They probably feel in the same way. And you know what? That also goes for the opposite. If you found someone that you feel like is a good friend, that you feel like, once again, leading back to that partner, because you can't do it alone. You cannot do it alone. This isn't the MGTOW conversation, all right? You cannot do it alone. So when you find that person that you can find yourself doing a lot of things with, you got to try to keep that person around, It's not all about being alone, but it is about finding self-happiness and finding people that's going to sustain that self-happiness. So that means being a good person for them so that they can, in return, be a good person for you, right? MGTOW all day. But what does that mean, though? What does MGTOW actually mean? I know it's an acronym, but what does the acronym mean? That's the real question about MGTOW. I think I'm MGTOW all day, too. MGTOW mentalities. You know what I'm saying? That's coming soon in the Nelman merch. MGTOW mentalities. You know what I'm saying? I coined it. MGTOW mentalities. You heard it from me first. There's a lot of MGTOW mentalities, but I may not be necessarily full MGTOW. If that means not dealing with women. If MGTOW means not dealing with women at all, then I'm not full MGTOW. I'm MGTOW mentalities. You see? Once that MGTOW mentalities goes viral, you heard it from me first. MGTOW mentalities. All right, let me go ahead and put that in the description. Alright. But yeah, man, MGTOW mentality. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, MGTOW mentalities. Because there's different mentalities from MGTOW, right? But I don't know if I'm full MGTOW. You see what I'm saying? I said that was for a different conversation. But you know what I'm saying? We could talk about it a little bit. We could talk about it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm MGTOW mentalities. I'm not full MGTOW though. Because if that means some things that I think it means, you know what I'm saying? If it means, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, that's the producer. Okay. A little bit of talking a little bit of that vertical integration. Okay, yeah. Vertical integration, y'all look it up. We need more vertical integration going on. You know what I'm saying? With us, with this whole team. But it's back to the MGTOW. You know what I'm saying? I love women. I love women. So if I gotta go my own way, I'm still gonna take me a woman with me. All right. So I have to think on that. I have to think on what am I all the way MGTOW? But yeah, MGTOW mentalities, man. You heard it from me first. I'm saying there's a lot of things that go on with MGTOW. And I'm with some of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they coined it. But there's some things that I also ain't with, you know. And we can get deeper into that if you leave a comment. You know, we can get deeper into those sort of things, right? Man, just doing a midday live stream, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the whole team for tuning in. And tune in later. I may go live later. Whoa, see, I was just gonna say I may go live later. I was gonna say Will's World Media, maybe you come through. You must have been reading my mind, man. Gee, can I even get it out? You know what I'm saying? You do need to go live. You go live, you can go live in the Nelman newsroom. You could, and actually this is the Nelman chat room. The newsroom is where I do my episodes. You know what I'm saying? This is just the Nelman chill room, the Nelman live room right here. So I mean, we could definitely do it in the Nelman live room. Honestly, we can definitely find you your own space. Yeah. We talking businesses, y'all. Vertical integration. We talking about doing things your way. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't even MGTOW. But yeah, Wills, man, Wills World Media, you're always welcome. I know you could go from the phone. Matter of fact, you could come over and go live from the phone, or from the MacBook, your MacBook, and I can go live from the Nelman newsroom, or the Nelman live room. You just have green screen behind you. If you want, I guess you could put the software in and have everything behind. It's all up to you, man. But yeah, man, I invite you. You could come on through, man. I encourage everyone to look into that vertical integration, though, man. I'm saying, hustle and motivate. Rest in peace to Nip. The marathon continues. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Peace, peace, peace to the team. Roswell Media. They say that chicken sandwich, the Popeyes chicken sandwich, came out. I think they said August 12th. Obviously, Chick-fil-A kind of like is the one that spiced up the hype by doing all that tweeting, and they got into all that stuff, and then it went viral, obviously. But it came out August 12th. Did you get a chance to get one of those chicken sandwiches by chance? Did you get a chance to get one of those chicken sandwiches? When was Okay. When was the last time you had the Chick-fil-A sandwich? When was the last time you had the Chick-fil-A? Do you in fact eat Chick-fil-A sandwiches? Or you don't, are you afraid of those as well? What is up with the and do you think that Chick-fil-A and Popeyes were in cahoots with this thing to go viral to get chicken sandwiches sold? Do you think this was a ploy for chicken sandwiches? Do you think that they just needed to sell out some chicken, so they had to go into a competition on chicken sandwiches? Because although obviously Popeyes, they say Popeyes sold out of their chicken sandwiches, but that's not necessarily a big deal because Popeyes always sells out of chicken. Like Chick-fil-A, I've never really heard of Chick-fil-A selling out of anything ever. They're always on point for the most part. But Popeyes always sells out of chicken. Like, I've heard of that. I've gone to Popeyes before, they're like, nah, we out of that, bruh. No, we out of that. I've heard of them selling out of chicken regularly. So when they say, oh man, they sold so many chicken sandwiches that Popeyes ran out of chicken sandwiches. They were sold out. That's not even hard to believe, even if they didn't go viral. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Popeyes is, as delicious as the chicken is, you see, that's the frustrating part. Popeyes has delicious chicken. It may or may not be edible. I love it. It may or may not be edible, right? Because you eat it and it might, boy, it don't come out normal like everything else a lot of times. I love Popeye's chicken, man. Don't even get me wrong, but y'all know what I'm talking about. You eat the Popeye's chicken, and sometimes, as delicious as it was going down, you know you may have to pay that price. And that goes with a lot of restaurants. That goes with a lot of food. A lot of the delicious foods. White Castle ain't in Colorado, right? We don't have White Castle out here. But if you eat White Castle, you know what I'm talking about. It doesn't come out the best like other foods, right? That's like Popeyes. Sometimes it's hit or miss. You're gonna eat it in, but then you're gonna be wondering what you ate later. You're gonna be wondering if that was completely edible because the way that it's coming out got your stomach feeling like they shooting a movie in there. You know what I'm saying? And it's an action adventure. It ain't no rom-com. You feel me? So keep in mind that although I love the chicken, sometimes it just ain't right. Just ain't right. But now you got this chicken sandwich that people are lining up around the block for. And I got a hard time eating a regular chicken, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just wondering, is it a good thing that I missed out on the chicken craze? See, Willsworld said he had to stop eating the spicy chicken stuff. He had to stop eating that. Is it because it was messing up your gut, my friend? Or is it because you knew what it may or may not have been doing to you? Did it mess up your gut? Or were you just now in tune with what it may or may not have been doing to you? And when you say the spicy chicken stuff, is that period or just from Popeyes? Oh, I hear you. I'm sacrificing it every time I eat it. Are you saying the creature was created through sacrifice, or it's a creature that you're supposed to sacrifice to something else? Because I'm sacrificing it to my belly every time, every day. When you say a sacrificial creature, are you supposed to be sacrificing it? And what does that mean? Does that mean you're supposed to sacrifice it in, into a chicken nugget? Are you supposed to turn it into a nugget? Because a nugget symbolizes a pebble and gold. A chicken nugget symbolizes a gold nugget. So am I eating wealth when I turn it into a nugget? Am I sacrificing it to a nugget and eating it? Or are you saying every time I eat it, I am sacrificing it to something else and I am giving something else power every time I eat a chicken? Drop some knowledge on me now. Let me know what I'm doing. I ain't never say I knew it all. So I love chickens. And I ain't talking about his pets. Just doing a quick live stream, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep track of everything that we talked about today. Will's World Media, please put your Cash App in the chat, please. Put your Cash App in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all go show Will's World Media some love on his channel. Make sure y'all donate to his Cash App. And if you're looking at this video through the playback, you can go ahead and throw your Cash App in the chat. Shout out to you. You can put your Cash App in the chat. Make sure y'all show some love to the whole team. You know what I'm saying? It's a team here. You ain't do this by yourself. All right, Will's World. I'm about signing off myself. Appreciate you tuning in today. Appreciate you tuning in today. Yeah, I'll probably go live again later, maybe, if you accompany me. Maybe we can go live together. I'm trying to get that incline video from you. I want to shoot the incline, preferably this weekend. There's some good shots that you'll be able to get from the incline of the balloons that will be launching off from the park for the holiday. You know how they do around this weekend. You want to get some good video of that, and also the incline itself. I would like to make a video that has the potential to go viral. There hasn't been a whole lot of in-depth incline videos lately. It's going to take a bit of time, and may have to wake up earlier than you normally would for this one, so we can knock it out before that sun becomes Willie Beeman, which is a character on Any Given Sunday. Check that movie out. It's a great movie. But yeah. Appreciate y'all tuning in today. Just wrapping this thing up, y'all. If y'all got any questions or any comments about today's conversations, man, make sure y'all hit me in the chat. I'll put it on my next show, on my next live. Make sure you stay tuned because we'll be back. All right, y'all. Peace.